Happy Feel Good Friday, everybody. The world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown. I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast, and it is a Friday, the 27th of March, 2026, as we are here to talk about what happened over the past week. What's trending across sports, news, entertainment, and culture. And we got some returning faces here, old Freds, new Freds, but most importantly, Freds in general, to talk about what took place in this crazy world of ours as we begin the spring. And before we do that, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms or on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X at ProcCavoPod, TikTok at ProcCavoPod, Facebook at Productive Conversations. And again, don't forget to check us out on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. So let's knock out this week. Let's end it off on a high note. Next week, just 3 normal shows. On Sunday, we have just another sports. On Sunday, we have another sports productive conversation. That'll be March 29th. Reacting to the Sweet 16 and an Elite 8 in college basketball, an NBA discussion, and the first weekend in baseball. That will take place on Sunday. And then we have another week of shows. We have a tweet cap on Tuesday, the 31st, last day of March, to talk about what's about to happen in the weekend ahead. And then for the first show in April 3rd, we will talk about what's going to be taking place and what's trending next week. So good stuff ahead, but let's focus on the here and now. We got Allison and Jose with us tonight, and we got familiar faces and Brett Mayerson and Dolo Wren joining the conversation. Hello, everybody. I am so happy to see you all and thrilled to have you part of this.
Happy to be back, Matt. I'm sorry if you hear any crunching. I'm going to try to mute my mic as much as possible. I did just get back from the gym, so I am eating tacos right now.
Well, we like those extra gauge. We are happy you're here with that. No worries at all. I don't hear any crunches, so shouts to Zoom.
I do, so shut the fuck
up. But seriously, it's great to have you all here, and let's do what we do best. Let's talk about what's trending in sports, news, entertainment, and culture. All right, so let's kick it off with a story that took place earlier this week. Who watches Reacher on Amazon Prime?
No, but should I? Because I am looking for a new show.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's a very dude show. There's a lot of ass kicking and explosions and bad guys being destroyed. So if you really like that stuff, you're into it. It is a really good show, actually. I do think it's great. And Alan Ritchson is the star of it. He plays the title character. But he went viral this week for getting in a little tussle with his neighbor. TMZ earlier in the week presented this footage of the Jack Reacher, an assassin, a macho guy, a buff, that alpha dude, getting in a little tussle with his neighbor. And here's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I saw that all over X.
Right here. Here's the original video that went viral. Let's make that a little bigger for those watching on YouTube. But we have Reacher right here, pushing a guy down, throwing some right and left hooks.
Wow.
But that's Reacher with the body vest on?
Yes, he was riding bikes with his kids. This took place out in Florida. We see the other guy yelling and everything like that.
Oh, shit. Careful,
pretty
Reacher.
Intense, right?
Oh, those are his kids?
Yeah, those are his kids. They were all just riding bikes on a weekend afternoon.
Damn, whose house is that?
It's a nice house.
Yeah.
A really rich person's. Enough to have Reacher on Amazon Prime's Jack Reacher living in the neighborhood.
So my question is, there's more to this story, right?
Yes, I have the actual footage here. I have I guess that's what he was wearing, a GoPro. So of course he released his side of the story. By the way, this is in Los Angeles, I'm sorry, in Brentwood. So big popular neighborhood.
So do we all agree that GoPros are good and bad because idiots like this guy can just prove that they were being stupid?
10,000%.
Yeah, I agree.
And we have right here, we have this guy stepping right in front of
Oh, look at him. Okay.
Wow.
him. And that's where things got intense.
Fucking kidding me, bro? For what? For what?
It seems like he was trying to get like money or something.
Doing what?
Like,
You threatened my fucking safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should knock you the fuck out right now. Go ahead, knock me out.
What?
Go ahead. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you be driving around this fucking neighborhood like a fucking lunatic, ruining. There's kids running around here. Go ahead. It's all on camera. Go ahead. Are you drunk right now, bro? Go ahead. Are you drunk? Go ahead. Call the police. Out of your fucking mind, dude. Call the police. You're lucky I don't fucking knock you out, bro. Go ahead. Knock me out. Go ahead. I called the police. Unbelievable, dude.
So, being reported here, the Brentwood police say the Reacher star Alan Ritchson acted in self-defense and no charges will be filed. As we have development on that footage, the guy involved, the guy in the British accent, did release a video just complaining, decided to say his side of the story, and he ultimately decided to not pursue anything either, and he doesn't want to countersue him. So Reacher will be okay. But I think Brett, you set a good tone there. GoPros, they really can vindicate you if you're in a sticky situation like that. But
But they can also, if you're trying to say it's the other guy's fault, and then you say my GoPro will prove it, you're a fucking idiot if you think that that instance is going to prove that you're the innocent one. Like maybe he's speeding around. Look, I'll be the first to admit, I don't like when people are speeding around my neighborhood either. Like back home, when I see people, like I grew up in the suburbs, but like when I see people speeding around the neighborhood like crazy, I'm like, I mean, I guess you have a death wish, but like I'm not gonna like step in front of the freaking motorcycle and be like, yo, slow down. I'm gonna be like, dude, you almost hit that curb. I don't want you to die in front of my house. Like that's a little terrifying to think about. And you have children living in your house. I don't want your kids to be like, no. So like stepping in front of a bike like that, first of all, if you want to get his attention, just wave at him from your lawn. Like stepping in front of the bike makes that 10 times worse. And Alan Ritchson wearing a GoPro just made everyone realize that that guy did put himself in danger. It did put Alan Ritchson in danger because stepping in front of a bike while someone is going a high speed can also result in the other person's injury.
Yeah, now he has a black eye to remember his stupidity and embarrassment and an embarrassing 15 minutes of fame.
Wait, just so I'm clear, he did land a punch. The Reacher guy.
Yeah,
What's
and he
his name?
threw him on
Alan
the
Ritchson.
ground.
Okay, so he
Alan
landed
Ritchson.
a good one. Okay. I saw the guy the scratch on his forehead. I didn't really see the black eye, but hey, nobody wants to press charges. You got to punch in, you know. No one's going to jail. I mean, they might as well be friends now. But I mean, that's probably going to take a little while, but not. It was totally the other guy's fault.
And for those who don't know what he actually looks like, he decided
He was
to
a tank.
step in front of this guy. Yeah. He plays an assassin, like a James Bond spy type. He's huge.
Reacher is like the Jack Reacher.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I've heard of that. I haven't watched it. Okay, that makes more sense now.
And he thought he was tougher.
He is
But-
also the legendary Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State,
Yes, he was. I just watched.
Oh,
I
really?
love that show.
which is one of my favorite characters in all of TV.
He's so funny.
So yeah, like, people, lesson learned from everybody in this one. All right, let's transition. Harry Potter, everybody. Who loves
Again?
their Harry Potter? Again, yes, exactly.
I feel like we always talk. Where's Ryan when we need him to talk about Harry Potter?
It's actually Jose
Ryan
who's the big
seems
Harry
like
Potter
he's read a lot of
fan.
Harry Potter.
In the Harry Potter, dude. Ryan's religious, remember?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ryan's just religious. He doesn't believe in the wizards.
He doesn't-
No, that's a real thing.
The
That's like when I was growing up in church, like they didn't like, because that's when Harry Potter came out. I say around like whatever time it came out, I was in church and like they did not want us reading Harry Potter. They didn't want us bringing Harry Potter books and stuff. Like that's a real thing. Yeah, definitely a no go in the church. But I read the first one. I tried reading more, but then I stopped reading in general. So
What branch is that, by the way, of Christianity? Because there's certain churches who are like, that is witchcraft. And there's other ones who are like, I don't give a shit what you read, just come to church.
my church was a Protestant
It's
church.
Pentecostal,
Okay, the Protestant church. Okay.
Protestant, Pentecostal.
Yeah, well,
Trying to pick
the
your poison on that.
trailer actually dropped this week. I can't play the trailer in full, get a copyright claim, but it definitely got mixed reactions to it. But HBO is releasing this series Christmas Day, and this is how they're planning to do it: 8 seasons, 8 books, 8 episodes each. Despite this, the movie's already coming out. We're going to make sure you see every little detail of this. One thing I can show you, the differences between the TV show and the movie based on the new trailers that have been dropping. I have to say, he's a little bit spot on.
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you. Let's see who you are.
We love a inspiring music trailer. But yeah, that's the breakdown there. And the one thing you probably noticed, the thing that's the most controversial, we have the guy Snape. I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Was growing up.
So I'm gonna botch this. It's Severus Snape, right? Not Snipe.
Severus Snape. Severus Snape.
Severus Snape.
Yes.
Well, people are giving crap to Papa Isuidu, who is now the new Snape, and obviously people are not open to his casting, mainly due to the fact that he is a black man, and a lot of people feel that doesn't make sense because the character himself is a white man, but at the end of the day, he's still going to be Snape regardless of the death threats. And people also don't like John Lithgow.
You said death threats?
Yeah, he was talking about people said quit or I'm going to kill you, which is very sad. And then people don't like John Lithgow as what's the big guy? Not
Dumbledore or
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore or Hagrid?
I mean, they both kind of look like the original characters.
Yeah, I'll give this the one thing that I think people are really mad about is that Severus Snape was played by one of the greatest actors of this generation in Alan Rickman. And Alan Rickman nailed that role and absolutely nailed it. He never had to work again after working in those movies. He never had to. And he was barely cast after that. But I get it in the sense of the fact that like you want to like cast the description of the characters. And I understand the people's point of view on that. But like it wouldn't bother me. Like, is it going to be the same? Is it going to be the same type of character? The slow talking, monotone, kind of an asshole, but secretly a badass guy that Snape is in the books. If that's the case, then yeah. I mean, also, no one talked about this because here's a comparison. In the first Percy Jackson movie, in The Lightning Thief, Grover is black, and in the book, he's not. And no one complained about that because everyone just loved the fact that The Lightning Thief was being made into a movie. And I was just like, if we're not complaining about that, and that's another teenage classic book, why are we complaining now? Also, are there really any other white actors out there that wanted to play Snape? Probably not.
I know, right? It's all fictional. This is already a big leap, rebooting this whole series.
Hugely.
So might as well play around with it. My only prerequisite is they're British. By the way,
Y'all
Lithgow
took the
does play
PG route, huh?
Dumbledore.
What were you gonna say? What'd you say, Jose?
Y'all took the PG route. PG route. I'm
not personally offended by this.
I'm not offended at all. Like
So
I
that's
don't
why
think
I'm
that-
not going as
No,
hard
I'm not
personally.
saying. I'm
No,
just
I don't-
saying. Well, I'm going. Let's be real honest. The people are right now racist. Fuck. It's not the first time because Harry Potter in the play. If you ever watched the play, Hermione's black. They made a big shit about that.
I've never seen the play. To be quite honest, I've never seen the play.
Well, I saw 4 times she's black, and they made big shit about it for the longest fucking time because we had a black girl play Hermione.
Isn't the author J.K.
So
Rowling?
this is not the first.
J.K. Rowling's not
She's
necessarily.
transphobic.
She's transphobic. She's
Transphobic. She's not racist. Okay, my
She's
apologies.
transphobic,
My
but-
apologies.
But
I
she
had
had,
to talk
she's still a
she
terrible
hasn't-
human being.
yeah, right. But she had admit that she regretted the one thing why they changed the plays and they're changing the TV show and stuff like that is her one regret while she was making movies was that there was no black characters. So it was a big thing. So when they decided to make the play and in the last book, they made sure Hermione was black. So they're doing the same thing for Snape because you're not going to get any white guy that's going to do what Alan did. So they thought, let me just switch it up a little bit and take the pressure off.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I mean, there was one black
Some people,
semi-major.
whoever's threatened him is obviously.
Oh yeah, it's racist, loser, bitch.
Yeah, but he was one of the kids. That don't count. He had like
No,
Yeah,
Jose, not him. There was a black guy on the Order of the Phoenix who was a semi-major character in the book who was in
you're talking about in order to right.
the
But
guy
in the movie,
he was an
barely
adult.
in it, and he was in it.
He was a
Right,
badass.
he was one of the wizards.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was one of the guys that was protecting Harry, and he
Yeah,
was
he was
a badass dude.
right. I
Badass
know what you're
guy.
talking about, but if you remember, he was like after Order of the Phoenix, he was like kind of like in like 3 scenes.
But he was killed off.
Ooh,
Yeah, he was
I'm
killed
a
off in
wizard.
another-
Choo, 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 choo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's
Yo,
a
Matt,
You need to
store.
stop your hating, Matt. You need to stop your hating.
I feel like Jose
Yeah,
has
Matt,
been
let the
here,
Harry Potter experts talk.
but in New York City downtown, there is a Brett. Did you come with us to that? There's a Harry Potter store,
I
and
was
there's rooms
Yeah.
and rooms of wands. You can buy your own
Mhm.
wand based on a character, and it's literally like a $60+ piece of plastic.
Pew, pew.
Listen.
They're like,
Wait, I have to
do
tell you
have
though,
3 of
the
those wands, so there's
the Harry Potter cast, like they take life after the movies so well because someone ran into Rupert Grint who played Ron Weasley at a gas station in London, and he saw the paparazzi, and he basically just said, "Screw it, I'm just gonna mess with the paparazzi because why not?" And he was filling his car, and
Oh, I seen that. I
he
seen
held
that.
up the gas pump and went, "Expensive petroleum."
Oh, damn right about
And
that.
I was like, that is so genius.
Well, I
I
mean,
did see
last
that.
but not least, for those, I'll ask one more time. I don't know. Liz, how do you feel about this reboot? Like I said, I eventually will have to see Harry Potter. Well, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to be forced. I want to see Harry Potter. I'm just wondering, why you, out of all the things you could have a big budget on, and we talk about original ideas and stuff like this, you're rehashing this and really extending it. I'm really fascinated on how they turn a 2.5-hour movie into an 8-hour first episode of a first season of a television show, and then do that 7 more times.
Yeah, I don't like reboots. I personally don't. The
Mhm.
only time I think a reboot is necessary is if a movie flopped and you want to make it into a TV show to kind of do it justice. Like, I'm going to say this now for anyone who's a Reacher fan, because I've never seen Reacher or read the books, but for those of you who are Reacher fans, the reason why Reacher became a show is because the Tom Cruise movie did horrible at the box office
That's
because
correct.
people were upset that Tom Cruise was cast as Jack Reacher because in the book, he is my dad told me about this because my dad used to love those books. Was he said the opening scene of every book is he's in a diner and he's just such a ginormous, large, jacked man that everyone is staring at him because they can't believe this ginormous human is sitting in this diner. And Tom Cruise is 5'1" and not jacked. He just likes to do a bunch of cool stunts. Hence Mission Impossible. But they made him Jack Reacher and tried to make him using effects to make him look taller. And
Are you serious?
yeah, in certain camera angles, he looks taller than he is. They definitely tried to do that. Like certain camera angles, they definitely tried to make him look
and they've been doing that for his whole career too.
Oh yeah, like if you see like the character of Ethan Hunt does not look 5'1".
He's really 5'1", Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's short. He's so
really short.
short.
But
He's
hey,
like 5'1"
damn.
maybe. I think he might be like he could be 5'2", but he's really freaking
so
short.
looking right now, he's 5'7" actually, but
Is he? I
still
thought
considered
someone say he was really short, but that's still kind of short
Yeah,
for like an
compared-
action star.
definitely exactly.
Yeah.
They're making him look 6 feet in these movies. Like, dude, they're trying so hard.
The power of a camera. You know who's actually 5'2"? Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, but Kevin Hart, they're
makes
not
sense.
trying. They're not trying to make him look tall in movies because he just plays a goof in every single movie.
Yeah, I'm looking just quickly because I'm looking at they did an actor height graph right here. Harry Potter's 5'5", or I should say Daniel Radcliffe. Jack Black is 5'6".
Well, Jack
I thought
Black's
he would be taller.
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. I feel a lot better about myself being 5'9".
Will Smith,
Like,
Will
I feel
Ferrell
pretty good
is
right now.
6'3".
Will
Will
Ferrell is a
Ferrell.
very tall guy. He's
How
always
about
been
that?
very tall.
Yeah. All right. Well, Harry Potter coming out Christmas Day. Okay. Druski, everybody. Druski is at it again with another viral clip.
Oh, this
Just
one was
on
crazy.
Thursday. He
I don't think I
released
saw
a
this one
clip.
yet.
Nah, this one was nuts.
This
Was
one
it?
is
Is
how
it better
can
than? Is it better than the Mega Church or?
Hell yeah, I
Probably
like
just
this
as
one.
good. Probably
This
just as
is Druski's new video. How conservative women in America act. So let's play that.
This is going to anger a lot of people, by the way.
Yes, he
good.
specific.
Let's do it.
This is him as Erica Kirk.
He was really.
Oh my God, he's dressed as Erica.
I'll turn off the music, but this is him. Oh, he
Oh
really
my
has the best
God.
makeup team in the whole world.
Okay, that makeup team deserves an Oscar. Like that's incredible. The costume design, the
How
She
about
got
all the
the
kids
cross.
that died when the USA
Oh, he
hit
plays a
the-
great white girl.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the.
That is too.
you
Ways
gotta
to be
hand
drawn
it to
closer
him.
to Jesus.
I serve a righteous God.
The crazy eyes,
We are
yo.
all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
The Eric Kirk eyes.
Is that Meek Mill playing?
Hell yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why it's funnier. Meek Mill.
Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha.
And he got the
And Bella will have all organic puck cup.
That's Allison ordering at the
Yes,
drive-thru.
everything
So-
organic.
The coffee shop.
The Pilates class.
3, 7. Oh, Hannah, you good? 4, 3.
I don't know why I'm expecting her to fart.
Hold your tongue.
We have to
That would be a
protect all
Druski
men,
I
move.
feel like I'm just watching white chicks.
especially all
Right.
white men in America.
Did you?
Girls are the girls.
Let me play that one more time.
2.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes. Because they are the ones who mattered most.
By the way, Allison, this character's wearing aloe.
Oh shit!
Are
Yeah,
we
you were talking about that.
That makes it funnier though.
No.
Why is aloe
It's
so...
authentic.
Allison, tell us
Because
why aloe's whack. Educate
I
the
know why
masses real
aloe's
quick.
whack. Allison told me, and
Send
now
it to every person I know that wears the brand. So personally, I do not own anything Aloe or Lululemon because, well, it's so bougie, and I don't want to spend like $200 on a pair of leggings. I'll just go to TJ Maxx and pay $16.99 for like the same shit. So Aloe, this I guess, well, she considers herself a plus size individual, and she was trying to find a workout bag. She is a few months postpartum. She had just had a baby. She was looking for a workout bag to go back to the gym, and she went to Aloe, and 3 employees at Aloe were judging her for her size, her appearance, things like that. This girl posted a video. It went viral regarding this specific store, the location and such. And it turns out people reached out to her that this was not the first time those 3 employees acted as such. So they have been looking into it. And I guess Aloe issued an apology, but it was like a week later about or something like that. But she was just saying, like, to be mindful about people who maybe don't look like the fit type or Pilates body type because you don't know what they're going through. Like she said, she was various months postpartum. So I don't like Aloe. I give Brett shit all the time because he has some Aloe clothes, and I'm like, oh, Brett's over here bougie. Like, who cares?
He's grandfathered in, but no more.
Yeah,
after
he's
that.
grandfathered in. But if he bought anything after, we're breaking up.
So also though, and that's what I guess the
anything.
conservative women wear. But here we have it. Druski, spot on with this. Man, especially the Erica Kirk, who, you know, what happened to her husband, obviously awful in September, the sad assassination, but she's
but eventually we gotta make jokes, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. What I'm saying though,
we make jokes to, you know, deflect from the dark things, and sometimes we gotta do it.
oh, of course, but
that's why comedians.
What, a couple months after, she's dancing around, having fireworks, telling everybody to go crazy, and that's what he was clearly making fun of. And I think he executed that greatly.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if I were, I would say she killed Charlie.
Oh shit.
I would say she had a hand in it.
No, that's not the worst conspiracy. I mean,
because that woman,
that woman was not grieving. I'm sorry, but like
she never
grieved. She was caught lying various times. She literally, in an interview post his death, said that she did not go on her phone for various days. Guys, she literally had her phone and was filming him in his casket, like talking to him, and posted it. She was on her phone. Like she didn't, she lied. She lied various occasions. Like, I know people grieve in different ways, but to completely blatantly lie, like on public record about something like that, like that's just, to me, that's weird behavior. And I just felt, I don't know.
Yeah. Also,
there's
definitely too much.
There's rumors going around now that their marriage really wasn't as perfect as Charlie made it out to be. So there's some other stuff I've heard recently. I forgot where I saw it, but it said like, they said there's no way that marriage was perfect because now there's the rumors that she's seeing the vice president. If you catch my drift. And there's some other stuff going around, and honestly, like, she never grieved. She grieved the day of and was like, "Oh, I'm so sad." And then a couple months later, she's freaking dancing around at the stupid alternative halftime show. And she's like, "Welcome, Kid Rock." I'm like, "Girl, shut up." Like, literally, like you have no place. Like, she has no place here. And those eyes are so terrifying.
No,
That was,
the eyes are terrifying.
oh,
Yeah.
that was
They're cold.
accurate from Druski. Like I was like that was like it's crazy. So I always say when you have an impressionist in general or someone who can do an impression of a certain big time figure, like there's this guy who just got hired to SNL and he does the most amazing Tucker Carlson. And
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like,
We've had him. We posted over the show before.
yes,
He's a
yes.
TikTok.
And
He was a TikToker. His name's
Yeah.
Skip.
It's
Is
freaky.
blanking, but I've
It's
got to get
freaky
it really quick.
how good he is. And what Druski just did there with the eyes was so freakishly accurate.
The whole package.
Oh yeah, I was like that. I was like, Druski is not even a white woman, and he dressed as a white woman, and did
Diallo.
a better impression of Erica Kirk than any white woman comedian I will say.
And I love the I want a mocha chaka laka latte and an organic and an organic
organic pup cup.
Oh man,
I will say that is how I order at coffee shops because give me the benefit of the doubt here. I didn't start drinking or trying coffee till I moved to New York because when I moved to New York, I'm originally from Wisconsin. I moved to New York and everybody, you see all the scenes in movies. People are addicted to coffee. They're addicted to coffee, like all these things. And it's like how you keep going and how you keep moving in New York, the city that never sleeps. So I tried getting into coffee. I've come to the conclusion I fucking hate hot drinks. I will only get an iced drink. Even if it's negative 20 degrees outside, you'll catch me with an iced drink with gloves. I don't care. And I hate bitterness. So coffee, of course, bitter. I have to have various forms of flavoring and oat milk. That's the only milk I can have in my coffee. And I don't even like milk, so that's very odd too. But your girl is now addicted to coffee, but it has to be made a certain way. Otherwise, I buy a $12 drink and then take 2 sips and throw it out.
I've witnessed this too, and she's throwing it out in front of me, and I'm like, "Why'd you just throw that out?" She's like, "I'm like, I didn't like it." I'm like, "That's $6 that you're never gonna get back."
By the way, that's the just for the record, the guy who plays Tucker Carlson, Jeremy Colhane is his name.
I remember when he did his earlier impressions, but like this Druski's impression of that, I still think the Mega Church video is better, but Druski's impression of that is just so.
He did great.
Spot on.
95 million views on that.
I'm sure she's gonna have something to say about it too. Did she have anything to say about it?
So not her, but we did have a lot of right-leaning media saying this is pathetic. You should be ashamed, blah, blah, blah. But come on. Come on.
Yeah,
literally, they'll do the
humor.
same thing. And they're like, this is so funny. Ha, ha, ha. It's picking battles. The funniest right-wing media trend I saw is when South Park was making fun of them. And they were laughing with the joke. Basically because they like them more, but they're blatantly insulting them.
And Charlie actually liked the South Park skit that they did of him. He actually
exactly. It just
liked
depends, and it just depends on who's doing the humor, whether they like them or not, and they can't lose themselves to see if the skit or content is funny, regardless of where it's coming from. So
Hartman in the basement pretending to be Charlie and typing and like trolling people online will forever be one of the funniest South Park skits. And he's reading his messages out loud, and they're so racist and misogynistic. And I'm like, I feel like I'm watching a Charlie
love South Park. I'm gonna watch that episode when I'm done recording this. It never gets old.
Well, I want to say something about Druski real quick. You notice how like Druski has gotten big. He has his own show, the what's it called? The record could have been record show.
Yep, the auditions which we've
honestly
on the show.
Admittedly, I did see an episode. It wasn't by myself. I was with someone and watched it. It was really funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's like
it's hilarious. Those are real people trying to get to blow up on social media too.
Yeah, and it's like this typical Tubi kind of stuff, but it's honestly really funny. But like, you know,
I love Tubi so much.
He stuck to what really worked for him, was doing the skits. That's how he popped off, you know, just making people laugh with just your iPhone and just doing some funny stuff.
Yeah, it didn't need a major show or anything like that, just his platform.
His reaction videos back in the day were so funny. Oh my God.
Good.
When he would sit with his buddies and they would just be watching funny clips and they'd be like falling out of their chairs laughing.
Yeah,
Druski's
Drewski's
brilliant.
hilarious. I like that he stuck to, what he does best, his bread and butter. And
Oh, yeah.
honestly,
Absolutely.
it was funny. We need some more humor, maybe, I can get the sensitivity around the man's death, but it really wasn't about Charlie. Like Erica does look kind of crazy in the eye.
She does.
Yo, and I honestly, I'm gonna be real, like I did watch a lot of Charlie debates. When he came to a debate, he had a full clip ready every time. For that alone, I respected him.
See the
I
size
do.
of that coffee cup he'd have next to him too? Damn.
Yeah, where he was always
Jesus.
drinking that shit.
It was like this big. I was like, oh
Yeah, it
my
was a little
God.
ridiculous. No, but RP to the man. I do miss him at times, but it's like it lets us laugh, right? Like,
Yeah.
Erica looks crazy in the face. Like the darkness around her eyes is creepy. Like usually you see bags like here. She has bags up here. It just looks kind of crazy. I thought it was funny. And yeah, like Drewski's still doing his thing in big 2026. It's good to see.
Love me some Druski. Allison disappeared. What the heck? How dare she leave us like that?
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm sure she'll come back. I hope so. But anyways, though, I do want to discuss something else that's going on. So, John Cena, everybody, you all know about John Cena. And the now retired WWE wrestler, he's an actor now, big celebrity. Someone we featured often on the show is a TikToker named Harry Daniels. All he does, he goes up to people and sing to them. Literally, that's the gimmick. He'll just go up and start singing unprovoked. Some people like it, some don't. But John Cena himself was not feeling it. And this is what I'm talking about.
Oh, he gets a lot of views.
Oh, yeah, he's very popular. So the caption here, I saw John Cena at a cafe, started singing, but my approach was so bad, the whole thing went haywire.
So he just found.
So pretty. He's not feeling it.
That's a Taylor song. That's a Taylor Swift song.
Good. I'm not buying what you're saying.
Okay, thank you.
No, if you couldn't hear what he said. Guy comes up to sings a Taylor song. And he says, hey, well, why don't we start with a hello, my name is John, nice to meet you. And he's like, what are you doing? Yeah, I go up and I start singing to people. And he just goes, I'm not buying what you're selling. Leave me alone. Okay, thank you. The
Okay,
end.
but like we can't yell at celebrities for being like that because they're also people. But
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely. I'm Team John Cena for this one.
I'm Team John Cena for this one. Although, like, clothesline that guy across the freaking cafe.
Bro.
It is Eastern UFC fighters. And did that? I don't think that would go too
He
well.
went up to like, if he went up to like Khabib or like,
Khabib would be pissed.
or Islam or
They would be pissed.
those guys.
Chara Bullet might
Islam will
slap
fight
him.
him. Islam will fight him. I think Khabib will just laugh it off and go.
Nah, yeah, I see. I think Khabib would probably be a little bit more bothered. Khabib is like a little more serious. I don't know, but
Yeah, but he's always like, "What is this guy doing?" And then once you realize there's a fucking stick, you'd be like,
they
"Whatever."
put that little face like,
Yeah.
brother, come on, brother. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you can't do that to everyone. Definitely can't just go up to everyone and sing. But
So John Cena in a public cafe, like very chance encounter. Like that's kind of crazy that that's who he sang to. Like imagine you walk into a coffee shop and you're like, holy shit, that's John Cena.
Who would
And
be somebody you would approach and start singing to? Who would you feel?
Nobody. Oh my god! Even if I ran into any of my favorite artists, I would not sing. I'd be like, no, can't do that. If you're
I would. If I saw Taylor Swift, like I would literally run up to her and just start jamming with her. I don't care, like singing. I don't care. I don't care if it sounds good. Like I would just love her.
Allison's like, I'd give her a hug and I wouldn't let go.
Security.
All right, then. So, speaking of singing, let's stay on track with the singers. History was made during this week. It was the Hannah Montana 20th anniversary special that dropped on Disney Plus on Tuesday, featuring Miley Cyrus putting on the blonde wig and had a special sit-down interview with Alex Cooper, the host of Call Her Daddy, and she did a performance of Best of Both Worlds. And she also had emotional conversations with her dad and former co-star Billy Ray Cyrus, her mom Tish Cyrus, and yeah, the big thing is Selena Gomez was featured. The most talked about moment was the Miley and Billy Ray reunion. Unfortunately, I can't play Disney clips. They're very hard on those copyrights. So, but pretty much everybody came back. I can show you at least the red carpet. So we have this pulling up.
Red carpet, not for the actual filming, but they were there for the premiere.
Yes, exactly. So we have right here. Who remembers who?
I do.
So there's
Miley. Rico is the far right.
Rico.
Yeah, he looked horrible, but whatever.
Jackson.
That was the brother.
That's Jake, who
boyfriend.
was also the movie guy, and then when she did the He Could Be the One series, part 1 and 2, it was between him and Jesse, the guitar player. She was in like she was in a love triangle. That's one of the best albums. I'll be honest. Those were the 2 mean girls. I forget their names. Was one Trish?
I think it was Amber and Trish, wasn't it?
Something. Yeah, Amber and some. I don't remember the other one.
How about that? What a moment. Did you know that Airbnb had a time that you can rent the Hannah Montana Malibu house for now?
It's expensive.
Yeah, I can't believe that's actually a real thing.
Yeah, I can't believe that either. The Malibu house? Jesus.
It was revealed that she also secretly dated Dylan Sprouse from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
She said, give me the... I only saw clips of this, but she's like, I was dating... she was talking about dating him, and then she goes, give me the other brother.
Hey, yo. He's low-key had the better career so far.
Yeah, he definitely did. Out of the 2, my whole thing. I haven't seen the reunion yet. I've seen clips.
You want to watch it this weekend, Brett?
Out of all the things we could watch, I mean, there's March Madness on this weekend.
Well, that could be our halftime break.
All right, halftime break. Got you. So, I will say this: I didn't see the full thing. I saw certain questions that Alex Cooper was asking. In my humble opinion, Disney fucked up hard. And I will say this as someone who grew up watching Disney Channel and Toon Disney, is because of the fact that the best TV show reunions are one of 2 things. They are an episode, like a reunion episode, that's like a one-off, and they do some kind of plot around it, or they refilm an episode, like a famous episode of the show, and they get the cast together. West Wing did that. Unfortunately, without John Spencer, R.I.P., but they replaced him with Sterling K. Brown, who did a great job. The Friends reunion, they brought almost the entire cast back. They had them sit on the set and do a table read of an episode, and it was the pivot episode when they were moving Ross into his building with the couch, and they were sitting around the table cracking up at the fact that some of them were saying those lines. And then they were being interviewed and talking about their lives and how the show really got them started. There's none of that in this thing from everything I've seen. There was no Emily Osment.
Yes, exactly.
She made a post about that because she's filming a different series right now.
Yeah, but I know she's so famous right now, and I get that. But
no, she's filming a different series like that she's in right now.
I know,
should they have given her a break? You could stop by, right?
She's the star of that show. She could have.
A CBS, right?
Yeah, she could have even done it through Zoom. She could have done like a call-in, like how the guy who played Gunther in Friends called in at the Friends reunion. She could have totally called in. And like, I don't think the filming thing is an excuse, because Jennifer Aniston was probably filming like 6 movies at a time during the Friends reunion, because she's in a movie every 2 years. And they didn't bring any of the cast members in. And I get it, because I heard the stories that there were definitely some weird relationships behind the scenes and some falling outs. And I know Mitchell Musso has his drug problems and has not really seen.
Yeah, we got no Mitchell Milso in this.
Well, he's had his issues. Like he's
Yeah.
he's
He
had
has
his
drug
It happens.
problems?
He did after the show. Yeah, he got. I
I
think
did not know that. Wow.
I loved
Yeah.
him in the movie Life is Rough, the Disney Channel original movie.
that was a great movie. And Pair of Kings, iconic show. But no, and also Alex Cooper, out of all people, I respect Alex Cooper for what she does because she took that show and really made it huge. And she's a great brand, like she's a great branding person, has an amazing
Big for the
marketing
industry.
machine behind her. She's great. But really, like out of all people, like you could have taken anyone else.
Should have been Joe Rogan.
No. He's interviewed Miley a couple times on his podcast, but I would have taken literally anybody else. I would have taken a famous entertainment reporter. I would have taken someone from Disney that people knew that.
How about
like,
the
fun conversation?
Could have been us.
He could have been any of us.
Trying to think who else am I missing? I think got everybody for the most part, but yeah. That was a time I personally, instead of 20 years, I say wait for 25 years. That's more of a silver anniversary, but who's counting, I guess.
20 years made me realize that like we're older now, and it
Long
made me
fucking
sad.
time.
It made
Long
me so
fucking
sad. I was
A
8.
long time ago.
I remember when when Hannah Montana came out. No, I did a clip on my favorite Taylor Swift songs, not knowing any Taylor Swift songs. And I did the If We Were a Movie, You'd Be My Best Friend. Not knowing that was a Miley song.
If you were a movie, you'd be the right guy.
Yeah.
And I'd be. You know, she wrote the You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home Hannah Montana song. So Taylor was mentioned she was mentioned. I'll send you a clip, but she was mentioned in the interview with Alex Cooper and Miley Cyrus. So Taylor was in the barn scene of the Hannah Montana movie. She sang Crazier, which was one of her OG songs that she did write during her debut era. And then the main song from the movie, it's called You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home. Taylor Swift actually wrote that song and they utilized it in the movie. And it was like a huge track.
What a moment. And last but not least, what was better, Hannah Montana or iCarly?
I liked Hannah Montana better.
iCarly, 100%. And I said this to people today, is that people told me that iCarly was better. And iCarly was better because no matter what gender you were, no one judged you for watching iCarly. because in elementary school, if you were a male and you said you watched Hannah Montana, bullying, nonstop bullying. If you were a boy and you watched Hannah Montana, you would get so bullied. The girls would like you, but you'd get bullied by the rest of the males. If you told another male in elementary school that you watched iCarly, they'd be like, yo, you see that last episode?
Nah, that's a good point. Yeah, I would have said iCarly too. It's because I vaguely remember it, but I never really watched Hannah Montana. I'm a little bit out of my depth here, so. Yeah,
Miranda Cosgrove is one of the few child stars that came out all right.
And we definitely appreciate that. So one more thing before we switch to our dating moments, questions, and nuclear opinions. Sabrina Carpenter, you know about her and the life she's living. So it came out that, I'm sure people slide in her DMs, people shoot their shots at Sabrina Carpenter. You never know, right? And somebody said Shaq did that.
Yo, Shaq need to be stopped, yo.
Shaq's married with 4 kids.
I'm going to have to show you. I'm going to have to show you what exactly happened. But I actually think Shaq's single now, though. But he has kids. Yeah. So that's why people thought maybe he was that bold. But AI has struck on this one. But here's the story. Before I give away our next segment.
AI has proved.
I want you to tell me if it's me or if it's not me.
Is this an AI video?
No, it's not a video.
Oh. AI picture?
By the way, this is the Shaquille O'Neal podcast on DraftKings.
Read that.
The big podcast.
Shaq exposed for shooting shot at Sabrina Carpenter. Bro.
All right, hold on.
Hey, yo, bro.
Hold on. Shaq, damn, baby, I would keep your farts in a cologne bottle and spray it on me every day.
That's crazy.
Just jokes. I'm Shaq's. What's your name, baby? And Sabrina says, I know who you are. You're way too famous to be sending me messages like that. Shaq, I can't be horny and want some of that snow bunny kidding for myself. You're being rude for no reason. You can't handle Big Diesel anyway. My meat would have you in the hospital. Can we find out? Is that me or is that Cap? Yeah.
I definitely do not believe that is you.
Thank you. Yeah, that went viral. Hey, look, you said that.
And it has your picture photoshopped and everything.
Supposedly you DMing her?
Yes.
Social media is a dangerous game. It is a dangerous game. No, it's wild
because the computer could do anything. They can make them computers.
First of all, ladies, the Diesel got way more game than that.
Yeah, I was saying, the first time was crazy. If that's how you get it coming through people DM, it's like, yo, you busting through the DM like that shit.
Baby, keep your mouth farts in the cologne bottle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
His mouth sprayed it.
That's the illest line I ever heard in my life.
I always have to double check things now because of this very situation with AI.
Oh God.
Damn, Big Diesel could handle that.
God, tell you, Big Diesel. If he ever, I know he would never probably shoot a shot at Sabrina Carpenter. That would be she's also so young, so young.
Well, we've seen Shaq with Ruby Rose before, so like, I mean, well, Ruby Rose isn't that young, but she's kind of young. I could see Shaq doing something like that. Shaq is a freak. Shaq is like a historical freak.
Also, no one. I feel like no one says like if Shaq wants to do like a marketing campaign with someone, no one says no to doing anything with Shaq. Like Shaq is marketing so many random brands. Like also you see him with Icy Hot, then you see him with like an insurance company that no one gives a crap about with the General. And I'm like, no one's saying no to doing any work with Shaq. Like if Sabrina Carpenter wasn't how she is, she'd be like, I would love to meet Shaquille O'Neal. But I feel like no, what she said to that AI person was very well written. Very well written. You're too famous to be sending me those messages.
Mamma mia. That's what I have for that one. All right, let's transition to our dating moments of the week. I got 3 clips. I got 3 posts for you to share on this one. Number 1. Somebody has a story. Paul the Sludge Factory Smith. Does anybody else take all their first dates to the same exact spot, or is it just me? With this woman replying, a guy at a restaurant I worked at always came with a different first date. Then I found him on Hinge. He asked me out to my restaurant. Has anybody heard of that? Taking somebody to the same place?
Yes, a guy literally I went out with once, and I had one of the most horrendous experiences. He actually let it slip while he was drunk. He's like, this is where I bring all my first dates, and he was upset because we didn't get the same table that he normally sits at. So when the people that were at his original table left, before the table was even cleared off, he got up, ran to the table, cleared it off, and had us sit there the rest of the date.
Oh my God.
You didn't see him again.
No. He also said all pit bulls deserve to be euthanized, and that
oh damn,
black people's anatomy was built for them to be killers, and yeah, it was insane. And then he like stalked me on my way home to my subway. It was so terrifying.
That's why the FaceTime date first is always a good option.
He also drank almost a full bottle of champagne, and I'm sober. And when the bill came, he made us split the bill.
Whoa.
Oh, that guy sounds like wow.
I drank water and had half a grilled cheese.
Hold on.
Not even a full grilled cheese.
Not even a full grilled cheese.
So, oh no, I gotta interject because I have definitely brought girls to the same spot on the first date before, but it wasn't like back to back. Like
it wasn't habitual.
Right. Like when I would go to the next first date, it would be like a new crew. Like I didn't really always see the same waiters or waitresses, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I never thought of that as weird. Like I would never be like, yo, this is where I bring all my friends.
Yeah, I
don't think it's
weird.
Say that. You say like, yo, this is my spot. This is a spot that I like, you know, like just want to show you, you know what I mean? Let's have a good time. Like, definitely don't say that. But no, I don't think we're all weird like that though. Like how Allison's experience was. We're not all weird like that. But I mean, but the place that I used to frequent, like it's not even there anymore. So like, you know, it is what it is.
So
Wait,
we're not all weird like that.
I want to interject a counterpoint. For any of the guys here, do you guys have the same group of places that you take a first date, like within your neighborhood? If someone's
Like a rotation?
yeah, like places that are in a rotation in your head, and you're like, I'm going to suggest this place.
So my counter question,
I like the batting cage.
My counter question to that then is, if you do certain women get certain spots?
No,
because I don't want to bore myself, to be honest. That's why I always go to different places for myself.
I'll research places that I feel like I know I'm gonna like, but I stay in neighborhoods I know because I always want, especially in the city, I always want to make sure I could get home relatively quick. Because if it was like a late night thing and I had to like take 2 or 3 trains to get home, not fun.
Right. Hey, Jose, have you ever taken somebody to the same spot or taken a bunch of people? Have you taken first dates to the same spot?
He's in deep thought.
I know the answer to this. I
Who,
bet
me?
I know
Are you
what
talking
Jose
me?
will say.
Yeah. Have you taken a bunch of people? We're all gonna go to this spot and to see who's still here.
It depends on the girl. If I know it's a smart, it's the same spot.
That was my counter question. If you have a rotation, do certain girls get certain spots? Like, is it determined based on the type of girl or how much you like her? So, like, if you really like a girl and you have a fancy dinner spot on rotation, do you take her there or do you just take her for coffee?
Well, now I don't do dinner dates. Until the third date.
The first date is something fun. I don't do dinner dates or coffee on the first date. So it'd be bowling or a movie or something like that, and then kind of feel where I'm at with her. And then after second date, kind of take her to the same spot. If I feel like I can get smashed, I know the perfect spot, take her, kind of set the mood, be done with it. But if I'm not sure of anything, probably be whatever. If I'm bored, I'll do whatever she wants. If I tell you go pick, then it's not a good sign for you.
So I have a similar story about the same spots. When I was first interning in New York, before I turned 21, I interned at this big media company, and it was one of the few places that they would accept me despite being underage, and I would still present my underage ID, and they let me in, right? So when I was interning, I really hit it off with this person. No, okay, let me explain. So we were like a group of people, right? The group left for the night, and it was just me and this other girl. It wasn't really a date per se, at least in my head, but thinking back, there was definitely signs of it being a date, maybe in her perspective. But then I'm 20 years old. I don't know a thing about anything. I do not know game or anything like that. So, go out of my merry way. Then there's somebody I really hit it off with at the internship. It's just the two of us going. Again, this is, I guess, technically a date. I did ask him to hang out, but I did not know anything about anything when it comes to dating and girls. So we go to the beer authority again, same spot, same waiter, and she looked at me with the most dirty look. I said, excuse me. This is 2 days. This is literally a Wednesday and then Friday. It looks so bad. And she's still giving me nasty looks, but had a nice laugh about that. But no, I don't really take anybody to the same places, or I should say a group of people, or sorry, not a group of people. I don't take people to the same first date spot because I don't want to bore myself. So, yeah, and then there is, depending on your intentions with people or their intentions or what agreement you have. This is we'll see what happens situation.
Yeah, but also
There'll
when
be
you
less
go on
pressure.
when you're on the first date with these bitches, whatever. I mean, you already
Lovely
take her to the same. Well, okay, lovely ladies, whatever. Point is, you take her to the same spot. You already budget your money to the point where it's like, oh, this is a $50 date. I'm good on there.
Right,
Like,
we know what the check will look like.
Yeah, I'm good. And that's it. Might be off by a few pennies, or whatever, but you already know what you're investing into this date.
Mm.
If I start spreading it out and going here, 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 I'm all over the place. This chick, this lovely lady, might be not the best of time, and I just spent $20 more over my budget that wasn't even worth it. So consistency is what I always tell everybody.
We love consistent. All right, number 2. I love when somebody says, I want to date somebody who makes me feel seen. Seen 23
Jesus.
hours ago.
Oh shit.
Man.
Damn.
The ghost. And the last one, I have a funny date story about this. This is from Coke 3030. Let's hear his dating story and see if anybody had something similar happen to them.
You ever been doing some shit that was supposed to be fun, but it progressively got worse the more you kept doing it? So me and this other chick I was fucking around with in my college days, me and her are in an intimate situation. And let's just say she likes unprofessional colonoscopy checks, and I'm Dr. Cock. So we got the lights turned down low, we got the music turned up loud because she's a talker, and I'm finna warm her up before it's game time because I don't know what she done had back there, but she ain't never had me. So I pop my thumb in there, and she seems to be taking it pretty well. Now me trying to match her nasty, I take my thumb out and I suck my thumb. It didn't taste very desirable, but fuck it, what's done is done. So then after that, I deliver my package to the back door for a while, turn her into a Boston cream donut, and now it's time for me to go clean up. So I'm going to the bathroom to grab a towel. I turn the lights on, and there is shit underneath my thumbnail. You know, the same thumb I put my fucking mouth on. Ain't no telling what kind of E. coli and Ebola I had swimming in my fucking system. All that shit was horrible. You ever been doing some shit?
Okay.
Under the fingernail?
I hate to be like TMI, but like, I mean, I don't know. You guys might not be into it. I've done the back door before, fine. I'm telling you, I get so nervous that something like that will happen. I don't eat for literally like almost 2 days. And I know it's like coming. It's like I prepare.
I feel like I would do the same.
That's my girl, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel I would be in the same situation.
I have to. That's mortifying. I would rather get my period on a guy's penis than have goop all over. Oh, no, I'm mortified. I know shit comes out of it, and I know that's like normal, but like I would be so mortified. But I also think that's on him for shoving his finger somewhere where shit comes out of and just automatically thinking, I'm just going to put it in my mouth. I also think that's like on him too. That's a little weird. So
Yeah.
That is
also the fact that he was the fact that he described it as an unprofessional colonoscopy.
That was wild.
That was wild.
Turn it
I've never heard that
Boston
one.
cream donut.
Bro, colonoscopies suck.
Oh
They're
man,
so awful.
we gotta share another one of this, guys. You get a bonus one.
At the wrong time. So
wait,
it's my
are we not
sophomore
gonna
year
let
in
me and
college,
Dolo
right?
answer?
And I was fucking around with these.
Oh,
Right.
sorry. You can say real quick. It's similar. So if
Oh, I
you
guess
experience some dirty work like that,
Oh, he disappeared.
Nah, all right, for me, all right. Well, I'll be honest, like I don't go that route. I'm just not that. I could tell you why. Like I had a cousin that was locked up for like a long time when I was younger, and he came out and he would talk about like backdoor that was like his favorite thing. And I just it really freaked me out because I really didn't want to know why, and I could almost kind of connect the dots. I just never been that kind of person. So, but I have gotten comfortable with girls that like I was just messing around with. Like there was one time I went into the bathroom and it smelled like shit. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? Like that's happened to me like probably like twice. But
Forgot to spray the bathroom.
yo, like open the window. Like you know I'm going in there, bro. Like, come on, yo.
Story
Like
about that, and Matt was there. So
God,
remember Friendsgiving?
Mm-hmm.
So remember how after we went to Brett's apartment and we were like waiting for him to pick, he was packing his stuff, and then we like Ubered home.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Allison and I had just started dating, by the way.
We had like just started dating, like literally for like a week or two, and I had never pooped in Brett's apartment, but we had ate very like heavy food like at dinner, so like I'm sorry, my stomach hurt, and I like was nervous because Matt and Brett are literally on the other side of the door, and Brett's in a studio, so I'm like they're either gonna hear or smell it. I was so scared. So Brett, when I'm at people's houses, if I shit, I look in their bathroom for either spray or something that can like take away the smell. So Brett didn't have any. His air freshener wasn't under the sink like it normally is, but I did find some lemon all-purpose spray. So I started spraying that in the toilet and in the air and on the door. So that Matt and them wouldn't smell my poop.
Well, thank you for the consideration.
But like it worked.
I mean, considering the fact I never smelled it, but that was probably the reason because we left 5 minutes later.
Yeah, but I also sprayed a ton of all-purpose cleaner in the air, so anyone who went in there was probably like, "Oh, it smells like lemons in here. It's so nice."
Inhaling carcinogens from the all-purpose food. That's probably better than.
Oh, so good.
Matt feels about like girls farting and stuff, so I'm like, if Matt smells this, he's never gonna talk to me ever again.
No,
like,
I mean,
he's gonna be like,
there's an
that
exception
girl
there.
Shit, she's disgusting.
Maybe like you're off the pod.
I was so
obviously
scared.
I want to do
I wasn't
that.
even worried about
I'd be more
Brett
understanding.
smelling it.
I'd understand. I'd just be like, oh man, I just need to inhale some
He said I'd
cologne.
understand.
I just need to inhale some cologne at that point. That's
He
it.
did inhaled all-purpose lemon cleaner, so take it.
Also, the next day she goes, "Why don't you have real room spray in your bathroom?" I'm like, I'm the only one living here. I guess it's just never occurred to me to buy a can. Like I just like I live by myself. Like
Poopery. I love poopery. It's the best.
That was a pretty funny story.
Sorry. And also, I might send it later, like, because I don't have any, like, shame, but, like, they'll ask people, like, I saw a video today, like, oh, do you fart in front of your significant other? And I'm like, I don't give a shit. So, like, I was filming a video yesterday, and because since post-gastric bypass, like, I fart so much. I'm sorry. Like, I'm so gassy. And literally, I'm filming. I'm like, hey, Brett. And all of a sudden, the longest fart just comes out. And I'm, like, mortified. And my mom's like, you are going to be single so quick. I don't care. We all fart. We all shit. Like,
for sure.
I
don't blame people. No, I don't. Yeah, I won't be mad when nature calls. It's those people who are constantly not even trying the ones I have problems with. You know, like not cleaning, not trying to get an effort. Those are the people I have a problem with.
Okay, good to know. So I'm okay.
For sure. As long as you try to have good hygiene, then you're always in a good spot. And of course, things happen. And things happen here too.
I was so scared that you were gonna you or Brett were gonna smell my poop, and then
I'd probably be like, God damn, but then what else am I gonna do?
Damn.
I like when I go in the gym locker room, I'm like, Jesus, stupid people.
I don't get how some people don't flush.
Yeah, I'm just like, what's wrong with you, man?
The people who shower at the gym freak me out. I'm like, bro, that floor is
only
dirty.
When I'm very, very desperate. Like there's
no hot water at home.
Literally. Okay, let's do some questions of the day, everybody. My first question: are people nowadays too quick to cut each other off nowadays? Wait, I don't know why that wrote. Are people too quick to cut each other? Are people too quickly? Excuse me. Are people too quick to cut each other off nowadays?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're right in all aspects.
You mean like cutting people out of their life?
Yeah, like one disagreement. I hate you. You're an asshole. This is how I really felt about you this whole time. It's
you have to push me so far to get to that point. I have only ever gotten to that point in my life, not even a handful of times.
Matt
because
knows
I was
Matt knows the
raised,
scenario. She knows.
I was raised to like, my parents raised me, and like, I know this is, I've learned in therapy, like, this is not like the greatest tactic to live by, but I was always taught to be the bigger person. And when you're taught to be the bigger person growing up, you are literally taught that you are trying to keep the peace, and you are essentially in control of keeping that peace if you yourself just take it. And that, unfortunately, is kind of where I have gone through my entire life. And I think now, being an adult, like, I definitely have cracked a few times where I'm like, dude, like, you fucked up. Like, you really, what you did was not okay. So yeah, I think for me personally, no, but I think in today's society, yes.
Absolutely. I think it does depend on the person in the relationship, but I'll tell you one thing, people you meet online, dating apps that's easy to cut off for some people. I know a little bit of a different situation, but yeah, we don't have really, as a society, it doesn't seem we have a lot of patience for each other.
Allison, you can name a situation that got cut off pretty damn quick, fairly recently. Matt was there.
Yeah, and that woman was a weirdo. So
Which
that was
one?
also different.
Yeah,
The
I
one
just
we
dealt
talked
with a
about
weirdo,
last
too.
week with or not last week, last show. Called her Charlie or something.
Oh, yes. Yeah. It takes
That
a lot.
and the Friendsgiving too.
Yeah. It takes a lot for me. Like I said, I've always been taught to be the bigger person, and I have put myself in harm's way, unfortunately, because I have been taught that mentality, and I just kind of like that mentality I've always gravitated towards, just because I don't want to cause issues in my life or someone else's. But unfortunately, what I've learned is people that do not respect you, your time, or your well-being, like, you unfortunately have to get to that point where you no longer need that person in your life. You need to get them out as soon as possible, however possible. But I also have learned, like, even after the Friendsgiving situation and those other situations, that people sometimes just don't comprehend or understand the consequences of their actions, because they're so caught up in their individuality. And like, we as a society, I feel like, are very selfish and individualistic, which doesn't really come in our favor, unfortunately. But those are the types of people you just, once they do what they do, you have to cut them off. And sometimes you're not going to be able to tell them what they did wrong, because they're not going to see what they did wrong, because they don't think they did anything wrong. And those are the types of people ultimately you just don't need in your life. You don't need that drama or that energy, and you just got to cut them off and let them go.
Sometimes it's like, sometimes they'll know what they did wrong, but they're too cowardly to even
Narcissistic, cowardly, selfish.
I also think it's fair to mention that like, at this current moment, I forgot the exact numbers, but men and women are dealing with like record high mental illness. Like,
I believe it 100%.
And unfortunately, it's a small margin. Like, women are like, I think 5 or 6% more than men. I think it's like 28% of women are taking medication for mental illness, and it's like 21% men. It's neck and neck. It really is neck and neck.
Yeah.
And that's something I had to realize recently. I won't, like, Matt knows more of the details. I won't go too long-winded with it, but there was a girl that I was messing with recently, and like, we kicked it off very fast. I'm not gonna lie. I did know her for a little while, but not that much, and we just kicked it off really fast. And basically, we were like seeing each other straight for like, it wasn't even that long. We dated for maybe like 2.5 weeks, and sometime like a week ago, not even, like, I want to say like a week and a half ago, like, me and this girl were straight. Like, we were, like I said, it was a little bit fast, but we were feeling each other. I really liked her. She really liked me. And, you get I was getting texts like, oh, like, I miss you. I want to cuddle with you. I want to cook for you. Like, I like what you did last night. I don't want to get too vulgar, but stuff like that, good stuff. And then out of nowhere, just after I dropped her off at the gym, I said like a week and a half ago, like since then, like she wasn't replying to my texts, she wasn't like replying to my calls, and it was just the weirdest thing because it's like if it was like all right, if I wasn't laying it down right, then like you could just say that, you know what I mean? But that's not what the case was. That's the complete opposite of what she was saying, and then it was just she just kind of turned cold on me. Then I saw her at my job this past Sunday, and she saw me, and I just wanted a conversation. You know what I mean? Like if there's a new guy that you're messing with, that's it's fine. Just tell me, right?
Just be straight up. Be an adult. You don't even have to like go into details. You can just say, "Hey, like I met someone I vibed with better. It's no offense to you. You're great." Like if it's just something that simple, say it. Like you don't have to be so standoffish and like avoidant. I hate avoidant people.
No, it's weird.
So much.
No, for real. Like no, Alex, I'm telling you for real. And like this girl saw me, right? I looked to my friend that's at the doorway where I work. I told him like, "Yo, close the door real quick. I just want to talk to this. Just close the door." I turned back. This girl's like, "You know what? Fuck this." Like she said something under her breath like that. I believe that's what she said. Just started power walking the other way. And I'm 33. That girl was 31. I've never in my life dealt with a girl that was like that. Like I've had exes that like I would see or that would see me and like, look the other way and just keep walking. Like, I saw you, and I know you saw me, but it is what it is. This is the first time a girl saw me after not from going from like the sweetest thing in the world, like, perfect, almost something good was happening. Like it felt like something good was starting, and then just automatically going cold, and then just seeing me and not even wanting to hear anything I gotta say. It's kind of fresh for me. So it's really weird. And I still don't really have an answer to it. And it got to the point where I just kind of sent like a last text message to her, like maybe a day or two ago, and just said, "Hey, listen, I probably shouldn't say everything I said, but I let her have it. I'll be honest, because I was trying so long, I was trying for a while to contact her, but this is where my breaking point was. Like,
I agree. I think what you did was totally fine. And I've been in that situation too, where you just like let people like push you, and then it's to the point where like you're left feeling crazy and like you did something wrong.
Right.
And you want that person to know like, yo, it's not me, it's you. Like, I want to let you know what you did was your own doing and your actions, and you went about it the way you went about it, because no offense, you're not that nice of a person. If you were a nice person, she wouldn't have avoided you. She wouldn't have done any of that. She would have gave you a straight up, concise answer, or just said, yo, I'm not feeling it anymore. She would not have acted like a child, was avoidant, or done anything like that. And I don't know her past. I don't know what she's been through. So I'm not going to say like, I don't feel bad for her, because I do feel bad for people like that can't confront their own issues just as a simple adult. But I think
she has been through a lot.
And I think you reacting the way you did was totally valid. And even if you feel as though you said some things maybe you shouldn't have, at the end of the day, you laid it all on the line. You put it all out there, and she now knows how you feel and why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And it's up to her now. The ball's in her court to either change her ways or make sure she doesn't do that to someone else down the line, or she's just going to keep doing the same patterns and she's going to end up being miserable and alone. And that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah, I've had some weird experiences like that before with people cutting off real soon. Yeah, the funniest thing I've ever had. This is one of the funniest. Was I went on a date with this one girl. We just went out for drinks. I thought the vibe was fine. I mean, like it wasn't anything like special, but I was like, oh, it's a good. You're having a good conversation with someone, and then you're like, okay, like maybe I'll go on a second date with them. I don't know, but it was lively. It wasn't a boring date. I come back and I was like, hey, nice. I text her. I'm like, hey, nice meeting you. And she's like, hey, nice meeting you too. I'm gonna be honest. I just got a friend vibe from you. I'm like, who the hell says that? Like, I just got a friend vibe from you. And then my friend sent me a picture. She matched with him on Hinge. And I was just like, he goes, is this the girl you went on a date with that you said was kind of odd? I'm like, yeah. He's like, would you allow me to go on a date with her? I'm like, would I allow you? Dude, it's a free fucking country. Go. I'm like, I have no attachment to this girl. Like, I had no romantic attachment. Like, go for it. And he calls me like a day after he goes on a date with her. I'm like, how was the date with her? He goes, she sucks. He's like, dude, she's awful. He's like, she's weird. I'm like, I know.
Well, at least there's some kind of validation in that, like someone that had a similar
Yeah,
experience.
I'm like,
That
okay,
is
it
some
wasn't. I'm
weird
like, it
shit.
wasn't
It's
just me.
weird.
I'm like, that statement that wasn't just weird to me. Okay, it's weird to other people too.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
You weren't wrong. So the next question I have to ask is being busy a flex or a problem?
Should be a
like
flex.
in what context?
Like just
Just
all
based, this is on the broader spectrum. Like, some people feel it's good to be busy. Some people take pride in it. They like to brag about it. They literally flex on, look how I have so much to do.
Oh,
On the other side, some people think that's a problem. Some people can't organize their time or manage what's going on in their life. Some people say, if you really want to hang out with someone, hang out with a busy person because they will make time for you.
100%.
Well, I'll
Being
say
someone who
that.
is, yes, I agree. I will hype up the fact that I am busy because I am someone who does manage my time very well, and I feel as though in my life in different areas, I am very successful because I am engaging in work, philanthropy work, friends. Like, I have a personal life. I have like therapy. I have things like that keep me in all areas of my life grounded. And I do think that's a flex. Like, personally, I do think that's great for me to be busy. However, like you said, having the time to make for people that you want to make time for, that's the real flex. Being busy, but also making time for the people that you want to make time for and having the ability to do that, I think that's like a real flex. And I think, like you said, if you really want to see if somebody wants to make time for you and hang out with you and cares about you, like, you'll go for a busy person, because if they can't make time for you when they're busy, they're not going to make time for you at all. Like, if they wanted to, they would. They'll make time for you.
For sure. Sometimes I'm a little shy about my pack schedule and don't reveal too much on that. But yeah, I just know when to make time for people, and I'm organized in that sense.
No, but Matt, for you, we're similar,
Flex
right?
that 100%.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I consider, even right now, all four of us, you can consider this us creating content, right? Me and Matt, like, we make our own content. Matt's obviously, he's the GOAT at this, but like, I make my own content as well. And there is a hard line you got to like draw sometimes. I know Matt, if he has to record, that's the priority. And anyone that's in the circle or in, messing with him, and anyone he's talking to, they got to understand that.
Yes.
Like, same for me. Like, if I have to like upload, because like, Brett, you don't know much. I guess you might not know much about me. I cover boxing, MMA, combat sports in general on YouTube. Yeah, I've had a little hiatus. I've actually been trying to get in shape, doing other things, but I'm gonna get back on the roll. I still cover UFC for PCP, but that's a hard line. If I have to make some content, like, I gotta make it, and you gotta wait. You gotta call me later, or I'll call you later. But even when I'm at work, like I don't mind, if I'm busy, especially as like a cook. I don't know. I've been a line cook for a little while, chef at certain places as well. But like I don't mind picking up the phone when you call, but I'll talk to you for a little bit, see what's going on, and then tell you I gotta get right back to work. Like, that's easy to do. Like, I think, yeah, that's a concession you can make. Like, but no, but also, like, you can't just expect me to just, like, if it's during the day and I'm at work and you're always calling, it's like you stop doing that. Like, I'm working.
Weird behavior on their end, 100%. If they know, like, you're at work and they know you have a prior obligation, I genuinely think people that push it and are like pay attention to me. Like, I think those people are the weirdest people because, like, we all have lives. We all have, like, if you're working, like, and you can't respond to me, go get your bag, King. I want you to do that. I really want you to focus on that. I want you to succeed in your career. You will come back to me and come to me and talk to me when you're able to do so. I think people that make things like not like you're focusing on your career or you're trying to do content or things you're passionate about. I think if they try to make it just an afterthought and make it all about them, I think those people are weird. Like, I'm sorry, they're weird as fuck.
Well, yeah, I mean, like for me, it's like I'm super busy during the day most days because like I'm a corporate instructor, so like I'm teaching classes like all day, and my whole thing is I'm like my lunch every day is scheduled from 12 to 1. I can talk to you during that period. The class takes intermittent breaks during the day. I can talk to you during my little intermittent breaks, but don't try to call me in the middle of teaching because I'm sending you straight to voicemail.
Right, and you know when I'm teaching. Yeah.
Yeah, like you know what I'm teaching. Like one time my grandparents called me and I work from 8 to 5. It was like 3:30 and I was literally like it's the last hour and a half of class. I'm not on a break. I had to ignore them. I'm like, y'all not get it? Like, and like I had a friend who one time called me. She's one of my best friends. She lives in California. I spoke to her today, but we hadn't talked in a while, and she called me, and it was 4 o'clock East Coast time. But for her, that's 1 p.m. So like, I still had an hour left in my day and 30 minutes left in the class. I had to ignore her, and I felt bad because I'm like, in her mind, that's probably not the first thing in her head. Because if I have gaps during the day, I'll gladly talk to people. But I don't have I have gaps when I'm not teaching, but that's so rare nowadays. So I'm like, if you know I'm not teaching, you can call me anytime as long as I'm not in a meeting. But I can't talk to you for super long periods of time because I got shit.
Or I'll call you when I'm available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it goes to that communication aspect too. Like, I think people need to be just more transparent and communicative, especially in the dating age. Like, especially if you're just starting talking to someone, like, you know, we talk about going those long periods of time without hearing from somebody, or maybe not, like someone doesn't text you for hours and hours and hours. In your mind, it's easy to think, hey, that person's avoiding me. They don't want to talk to me, but they could just be busy. But you also, on the flip side, have to be transparent and be openly communicative, saying, hey, I just want to let you know, like, I am going to be busy with work today, or this is the type of job I do. Like, I will contact you when able. Now, take that how you will, because some people aren't honest and do lie. And I could see where that could be perceived as a situation where you might overthink. But I do think, like, overall dating wise, like, as long as you're communicative, like, the right person is going to not bombard you and not care. Like, they're going to let you film your content. They're going to let you work your job. They're going to let you do the things that they know you're passionate about, especially if they are looking to date you long term or down the line.
That's right. Can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Works every single
Facts.
time.
Big facts.
All right, everybody. So, my last question for our nuclear opinions. What's the pettiest reason you ever got the ick? So similar to the cutting off and everything, but again, what's the pettiest reason that gave you the ick? You know, I'll tell you, this is extremely petty of me. But I remember before going on a date with somebody on social media, we followed each other on social media, right? And we FaceTime, but I didn't feel the FaceTime. I knew I that's my thing now. I FaceTime with people before I meet with them.
Which is a great tactic.
Very great.
Yeah, so
I've learned that recently.
Already recently, speaking of recently, this person, right? We FaceTime. It wasn't working. But when I got the ick, right? When we were following each other's social media, I did look at their profile for a second. You know, like I feel like if you're gonna follow, you get one look at their profile, right? But after that, you're stalking at that point. Does that make sense? Like, you follow each other once. The first time you follow, you skim it and then and then you go about your day, right?
Call me a certified stalker then, Matt.
Well, I only follow for safety reasons. Somebody questioned me when I asked for their IG. It's like, can we follow IG? What do you mean? Why are you asking me this? Blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, well, we're not going to hang out anymore after this. It was nice talking for a half a day. And, but I'm just seeing, like, because, you know, you can't really fake an Instagram profile if you have it stretched out, right? You know, right? So I just saw this person. It was one of their most recent videos. I was watching the video, and they were like fucked up at a function, and they had the weirdest angle of them. Like, what was that face we talked about, Allison, on the show? This face, the double chin.
Oh, hold on. This one. Hold on, I'll do it. Please
I forgot there's a name for it. Oh, she's had one of those in this, and I was like, no.
It hurts. It really does. Like, when you have to do, it hurts so bad.
They had an angle with her and her ladies, like at a rooftop, and she did that. I'm like, no, I don't feel it. So that very petty.
No, that's not petty. That's not petty because that's some weird shit, bro. Like what? Quirky. I guess you could say quirky.
I've had some quirky and petty ones. I mean, like quirky. Quirky. Oh God, why I cut it off? I mean, this wasn't like, oh, they ended it with me with that one, but I'm trying to think, like, what was something that was petty? I don't know if I consider this petty. Someone got mad at me because I didn't text them all day because I was working, and it was
shit is the worst.
And it was deadline day.
Fuck work. You gotta talk to me.
And I'm like, it's deadline day. I got projects to submit. I don't have time. I had to work through my lunch. I'm like, I can't fucking talk to shit right now. The only people I can talk to are my coworkers when they call me to tell me what's going on with this shit. And she got so mad that I couldn't talk. And she was like, oh, like she's like, I want to talk to you about this on Friday. I'm like, talk about what? I'm not like, this is not a relationship. Like, I've got on like a couple dates with you, and I ended it, and then Allison and I went to a Yankee game instead.
Y'all are gonna hate me.
You go.
Let's see. Pettiest reasons, I guess. One.
Back when we were friends, by the way.
He wasn't a Yankee baseball fan. Two. I did actually not go on a date with a guy again because when we went to dinner. And when he ate, he actually scraped his silverware on his teeth. That's a big one for me because I'm a huge like teeth person. Like you don't have to have perfect teeth, but like I am very much someone like teeth is one of my top 3 attractions. Like that has to be like maintained type of thing. And yeah, when people grind their teeth or scrape their silverware, that is a no for me.
I hate that too.
And it gives me, it makes me anxious. What else? One guy I cut off because I found out he fucked his friends. That was interesting.
For fun?
Yes, he would have 3 ways with his guy friends, and he actually asked me.
With his guy friends.
He would ask me if I would want to have 3 ways with him and his best friend.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but still.
He also said his favorite artist was Kanye, and Kanye wrote a song called "Hail Hitler," and he said that was his favorite song.
Like out of all the songs,
I know, right?
As the people this woman has met is like insane.
Oh, one guy accused me of putting perfume in his moisturizer because his moisturizer smelled fruity one day when he was high. So he told his sister, and his sister and her friend messaged me on Instagram and called me a fat cheese curd because I was from Wisconsin, and bullied me. And yeah, that was a mess.
Loser behavior.
Yeah. What else, guys? What is another crazy, like, petty thing? The teeth.
I ghosted someone for having no sense of humor.
That's a very valid reason.
That's funny.
Because that was a huge turnoff. We had the second date, and she did the same thing as another girl I got on a date with. They had the same occupation, and they were both speech pathologists. and one of them worked in a hospital, and I asked her like, what was the funniest thing that happened to you working in the hospital as a speech pathologist? And she's like, oh, well, I walked in and I went to this patient, and the patient was like, well, aren't you a sexy little thing?
Oh.
And I was like, that's low-key kind of funny. And I asked this other, like, it's a hilarious story. Like, I'm like, come on, that's a great story if you're working in medical field. And this other girl did the same thing, and I was like, do you have any funny stories from you working in the hospital? She looks me dead in the eyes, no smile. No.
I hate those type of people. I'm sorry.
No, because
there's something about
this isn't working out. This isn't working out. Goodbye.
Lighten up, man.
Lighten up.
I remember once. I actually met a girl at a focus group, like in person. And I saw they were eyeing me the whole focus group, so I approached them. I was like, "Hey, you want to just go out and get a drink?" Which she agreed. It was either the day of or day before. To be fair, this was my early days. Like, I did not have any game. I didn't think there was so I stole this from a dating expert on YouTube when I was like 21, 22.
Dating experts on YouTube, hilarious. So
hilarious. And I said, when we were confirming the dates, I said, all right, hey, are we still on? I said, and you tell me if this was wrong or not. I said to her, yeah, we're all set. I declined 3 Victoria's Secret models on Saturday so we can hang out. She thought I was serious. She was mad. She was offended. She's like, what's wrong with you? I said, you really think I have Victoria's Secret models waiting at my door? So that was weird. And I'm glad I didn't see her, because if you really are that petty about that, then I'm not going to be the one losing out here.
Yo, Matt, I'll be honest. That would be like a confidence builder for me. Like, oh, she really believed that I had like 3 Victoria's Secret models.
I'll look at that. I'll look at it that way now.
Like,
yeah,
that's not that bad. Yeah,
like she thought I was serious. If anything, be honored then.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess now I gotta. Since you guys said yours, might be time for mine. I don't know how. I got like 2 things really, but one isn't really that petty. I'll start off with it. There's been like 2 or 3 times where I've talked to a girl, right, and been in the talking stages, and then boom, they hit me with like, "Oh, I'm married and we're polygamous."
I'm married.
Bro, do not get me started about the married people.
I'm not. I'm like, here's the thing. I know there's a lot of freaked out dudes that are like ready to like fuck someone's wife. I'm not one of those guys. I really don't want to be.
I'm not either.
I don't want to be in that position. And then, cause like, there's a few things like, the main thing for me is like my safety. I don't know what you're doing with everyone else. And also, how do I know that your husband is going to see me and like, maybe he doesn't like Puerto Ricans or something.
Sock you in the face.
And then everything changes. Like, oh, I didn't say you could do it with a guy like that. Like, and then I'm in danger. Like, that's the main thing. But also, is this a turnoff? I don't want to do that freaked out shit with y'all. Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know how petty that is, but that's definitely.
I'm not about the cuckolding.
Yo, even if I'm not being the one cucked, if there's a cuck in the room, I'm good, bro. Like, I don't want this, yo.
Sitting there literally looking like a dumbass.
I honestly think cuckoldry should be illegal, but that's another conversation. The other ick that I have that I don't know, maybe it's a little petty. Like, if I'm talking to someone and because it's happened a few times, like we're like they'll start sending me like photos, videos, sexual shit, like we're talking normally, and then automatically like it's like you're like sending me videos.
Just happened to my roommate. Literally, she just texted me. A guy she met on the subway today was like hitting her up, flirting with her, like approached her, and she texted him, and he sent her a dick pic literally right away.
See, that's crazy.
You really have to have something in your head to think that that's okay. You have to have a mental illness.
I agree. 100%.
So weird. Nobody I've ever heard say, you know what, that looks so good. Come over so I can suck on it. This doesn't happen.
No, I've never seen that at all. Why would you? Why? What is even the point of sending that? Like, I would never do that. Like, it's just like, no, it's rude. Like,
I'm sorry.
They clearly don't
Brett
know.
has never sent a dick pic before.
Oh well, I I can't say.
I'm not
I
judging.
haven't.
I'm just saying I think Brett is the first. I'm not. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying I think Brett is the first man I have ever met that has like. I
also
actually
works.
believe has never sent one.
Also, every industry I've worked in has done nothing but use technology, and that was also a huge fear I had of doing anything like that. It's just like, what if someone finds something? Like, because like my dad used to work for a company that was like combating cyberbullying. It was an app, and they would sell it to schools, and they partnered with this cop in a local town. He would give talks about cyberbullying and stuff, and how nothing goes away on the internet, and how if the cops want to find something that you did, they can find it. Like they can find it no matter what. And that instilled so much fear in me. And when I was in high school, because when you're in high school, you become a lot more social, because you're exposed to more things. And my dad was like, he's like, I swear to God, he's basically he's like, you got to know that everything is on the internet forever. And I'm like, I would never do anything stupid. What do you mean? I would never do that. Like that's just rude. Like I've heard of people who've gotten kicked out of schools because they've done that stuff, and they're like, no one's gonna find it. It's on Snapchat, and the picture disappears. Dude, if a girl says that was unsolicited, the cops can find that in 2 seconds. There are people whose job it is to hack the freaking dark web.
See, I'm guilty because I when I was dating and like met, no offense, a lot of the men I dated were dogs, but like I was low-key kind of into it, like at that mental phase in my life. I had like my whole Snapchat eyes for me folder was just all nudes I would just send to make sure they disappeared or no one could get access to. I know I sound so horrible. I sound like a man right now. Oh my
That's
God.
funny as hell. Honestly. That's mad funny.
But
I love
yeah,
how she was
guilty,
like, I did it so
so I am
love
guilty.
I love how she goes, I wanted to make sure they disappeared.
Down goes Nebraska.
Well, no one knows the last 4 digits of my social, so they're not getting into the folder. So it's like, okay, cool. So we're safe.
All right, let's round this out. Nuclear opinions to finish it off. You all tell me what's on your mind, good or bad. Tell us how you feel. Give us a nuclear opinion on life. I want to start. There's 2. Number 1, half an opinion, half truth, right? So if you are so you schedule a date on Friday, right? But never committed to a time, a place, or never committed to a time or place. They check in and say, hey, are you still interested? So you could either be honest and say, yeah, I am interested. Let's meet at said place at this time. You're not feeling it. You could either make it awkward or say, hey, I'm not interested anymore. Or you can ghost. My nuclear opinion is it's hard to figure out if it's okay to ghost in this situation or not. Part of me actually thinks it's kind of okay. But I understand how that would upset people.
You know me, I never condone ghosting unless you are in a very serious situation that is causing you some form of emotional or physical distress. That's the only time I condone ghosting. If you have to because there was a situation I was in where I was being harassed so bad I had to actually ghost the person, block them, and change my number. So it was to the point where that was that. So that's really the only time I've ever ghosted, if you count that. But I'm just somebody who's I'm just so transparent, and I know that if I was on the flip side, I would want to know what the person is thinking about it, and I just would want to know. So I think you should always say something unless you're in physical or emotional danger.
I think that's fair.
I mean,
my
I'd like
nuclear
to say,
opinion.
Oh, my bad. No, tell you next one. My bad.
All I was gonna say is maybe you could buy some time and say, not that it's gonna sound harsh, but you say, hey, can I have more time to think about it? Well, you give them a reason to not want to lose interest in you anyways. But that's not the worst thing to ask too. You could just ask. You could just see where it goes. That's just my other part of this. What you were saying?
No, I was gonna say, I mean, honestly, I don't really disagree with you, Matt, but I also don't disagree with Allison either. because
That's what I'm saying. You could go either way in this direction.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Definitely
because
can
Flip
go
a coin.
That's why honestly, can I have some more time to think about it? Which is that I don't.
pretty funny.
If you really want to say that, understand how bad that actually is, even if it's honest.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think if you need more time to think about something, you're not really fully interested.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So
for me, like
And then to say
ghosting,
it, like,
yeah, ghosting before the date, I will never accept. I usually don't ghost at all, but I've had some situational ghostings that I've had to do. Like one of them was the one who had like I had two people that had like no sense of humor, and I knew that it was never gonna happen on another date. And I was like, I don't even know if there's like I could tell this person's not gonna text me. There's no point in me texting them. Like there's sometimes I can just tell I'm never gonna get a message, and that's fine. That's totally fine. But before a date, one time when I was back home living in Jersey before I moved to New York, I was going to I had a date scheduled.
Wow.
I had a date scheduled in Jersey City, and I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go on this Thursday night. I'm going to the sports bar. We're gonna have a good time." She ghosted me the day of, and never responded to a text saying, "Are we still good to go?" Never. Not even the night before. Nothing. So I didn't bother making
Yeah,
a check out there.
that's a fair thing to ghost. If you don't make the
damn, all the
plans
way
the
in
night
Jersey
before.
City.
I made the plans were made 2 days prior. I tried to confirm. I tried to confirm.
Yeah.
I confirmed the night before. She didn't respond. I said, "Are we still good for tomorrow?" No response. I put the little question mark to emphasize the message the next morning. Nothing. Never heard anything. I didn't end up going on a date with her. Didn't end up.
It just makes me sad when people do that, because at the end of the day, it's like you're on the apps. Like, what's the point? Like, if you genuinely don't want to go out with somebody, like you obviously wanted to go out enough, you made the initial plan. If you weren't feeling it, just straight up say, "Yo, I don't think tonight's gonna work. I'm just not really feeling a vibe." Like, I just don't get why people can't be straight up and honest about it. Like, you obviously wanted to go on the date enough that you're on the apps, you're actively dating, and you also took the time to plan the date with the person. So it's like, what changed in those few days? Like, obviously, if you're not interested, why
The
ghost?
dopamine
Like,
rush.
why not just say, "Yo, like I'm not feeling it. Like
The
I'm not gonna
serotonin
do
went
it."
out of your body. That's why
It sucks.
it does suck, and it's totally fair points to bring up. I think that's why if you're really gonna do these dates, and I think that's human nature, you got to schedule it within 24 hours. If to be fair, I think that's when the momentum is less likely to die. And one thing I've learned about reasons why to ghost, I'll share this story I've shared with people, or shared offline. But did the FaceTime thing again, didn't feel the vibe. Couldn't commit to a time or place. I feel that's when you actually pick a place and you pick a time, that's when it's a little more complicated. If you make it broad, that's where you have a little more leeway or options. But as I mentioned, right, I was busy, couldn't make time for the person, while also not trying to go out of my way to make time for them, because I'm still trying to figure them out. But then they answered my hesitations or my gut feeling when they're yelling at me, calling me stupid. I feel sorry for your life. You're a loser. How could you move on from me? When they suggested we can't to move on, now I somewhat understand why people ghost, not to get those abusive texts.
But I also think it says a lot about the person that's saying that. Like, to go, I understand being frustrated by being bailed on or ghosted. However, I do not believe if you are in the early stage where you're actively dating, like it's called dating, you're talking to obviously and seeing multiple people till you are official with somebody, I'm hoping. I don't get why you would get that frustrated when you're in a talking stage. I would see if it was months and months and you went on dates and dates with someone, I could see your frustration then, because then you feel as though your time is wasted. But on the flip side, if you have only texted with someone for a day or two, yeah, it's a little annoying if they ghost or if they say, "Hey, I'm not feeling the vibe." But think, you could have had your time, your money, and all these other things wasted in the process. That person did you a favor by letting you know that. So you shouldn't be too standoffish and upset. Like, I could see where you would be upset, but if you're in a talking phase, like, I don't think you should be that genuinely upset where you're calling people stupid and you're saying all these degrading things to someone you haven't even met.
That's where sometimes when we talked about the earlier ghosting, where I haven't actually met this person yet, that's where you could go either way. But it's just people just don't want it. People don't want their egos hit, and people don't want to feel some type of way.
Before we move on, I do have this one story that I want to share because I want to put this out there and say whoever does this, you're an asshole. I got the bathroom skipperoo on a date one time.
Oh, what?
Like went to the bathroom and didn't come back?
You went to the bathroom and came back and said, "Hey, I actually have to go. Can we wrap this up?"
Oh, at least she came back and said it. I thought you meant like she.
So the first date
out the window.
I know. For my old philosophy was for the first date, I'll always pay. For the second date, we split. The third date, we decide the situation. Depends on what's going on. Now, if it's like a dinner or something, or if it's just drinks, I'll pay for the drinks because I don't drink that much. And usually when I went out with someone for drinks, we each just got maybe a drink or two. So it's not that much money in the long run. And I met her on this app called Hunch. Don't ask me why. Allison knows at one point in my life, I had way too many dating apps downloaded on my phone. And I met this girl on there.
You're trying to get me out of your mind. It's fine.
No, stop it. And we're not gonna have this discussion. And I go on this date with her, and I'm just like, all right, things seem to be going okay, whatever. And then she goes, hang on, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom. And she comes back and she goes, hey, so my roommate accidentally locked herself out of the apartment. I have to go unlock the apartment. And I was like, at first, like in my mind, I was like, okay, whatever. And then I got home and I called one of my friends, and he was like, yeah, bro, that shit was a lie. That was a hardcore lie. And I knew it.
Locked myself out of the apartment.
Yeah. And someone said to me, you should call her out and text her. And I was just like, it ain't worth my time. It ain't worth my time.
Good move, King.
It ain't worth. Like, why would I write a long text message saying, by the way, I know you fucking lied to me. That was incredibly rude, and you will never. Imagine if I went super petty and just said, you're never gonna find the one if you ever do that to somebody again. You'll never find love.
He could have been testing you, actually, Brett. Now that I think about it, she could have been testing you a little bit.
Who cares?
Well, she sucks. Dole, you had one more thing?
Well, I guess I'll give my nuclear opinion, but I was gonna tell you, Matt, in your situation, I forgot to because you told us about that before. You should have just sent the link to Famous Dex, Hoes Mad. You ever heard that song?
Yes.
You should have just sent that text or like, yo.
That I was gonna say, new phone.
Hoes Mad, like straight up.
New phone, who dis?
Yeah.
Oh man, I love that song, by the way.
And I said to them, you shouldn't care. You literally shouldn't put this much energy.
No, that was nuts. Yeah, that was
me.
absolutely nuts.
I guess
absolutely
you liked me,
nuts.
I guess. Whatever.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go in a different direction. I really like this conversation we've had about like dating and all of our experiences and stuff. But as far as nuclear opinions, I got two. One is a little bit more long-winded. The other one is just like a quick one.
Mine's long-winded after you, so it's okay.
All right, cool. So I'll say
no such thing as long-winded here. It's nothing but productive.
Let's go. Let's get it. All right, so cowboys were basically meth heads.
Very specific.
Looking at all like the old like cowboy like stuff, did that make sense?
Yo, like when well, first off, like, yeah, facts. Like when you look at the Wild West, like that time in history, the Wild West was really fucking crazy. Like, and you know how
the Wild West for a reason.
Oh, it was accurate. It was accurate because it's like there was so much stuff going on. Like you could kill a native Indian, scalp their head, and sell it for money. Like there's really nasty shit going on. Like people would get killed and like their houses burnt down over like $1 debt. Like back then money was a lot, it wasn't inflated like it is today. So like $1 back then probably was like, I don't know the equivalence, but you get it. People were getting killed for like the littlest amount of debt. and you could get away with it because the Cowboys and like Billy Badass, whatever his name is, Billy the Kid, like these dudes were having shootouts with the sheriffs. They were winning most of them. The
Yeah.
Wild West was crazy, like and then you have like women would get pregnant and then like they would miscarry and then we didn't have the
Or they would die
technology.
giving birth.
They would die giving birth, like stuff like that. Like the Wild West was a really, really fucked up time.
Here's one here's one
Wild
that I could
West.
throw in. Here's
Anything
one,
can happen.
Dolo, I'm gonna throw in another anecdote with you now that you said that.
Yeah.
The wildest cowboys were just abandoned children from mothers who died giving birth.
I think that's Arthur Morgan's story.
That's definitely Arthur Morgan's story.
It is, right? It is, right? Okay, we got a Red Dead Redemption 2 fan. Let's go.
I just played it last night.
Oh my god, it's like one of the best games ever made.
It's
for
amazing.
real. Nah, but yeah, like, and even that game has kind of inspired some of the stuff. But like, back then there were cowboys would go to saloon. Well, like there was like spas back then that cowboys would go to, and they would do opium. They would do opium and like sit in the sauna or whatever. That was like a normal thing. And opiates were a lot, like they were very common back then.
You can find them at like a snack cart.
Basically, yeah, literally that's how common they were. And the opiates were used for medicine, for all type of stuff, and most of these cowboys were high as hell, off of this stuff. And that's how they relaxed too. So
yeah.
And then to couple along with all the craziness that would go on is just like, yeah, you probably needed some drugs to get by during that time. So yeah, cowboys were like basically like drug heads, and yeah, it's my opinion. But the second one, just real quick, I want to say, and I thought about it today, and I've been thinking about it for a while, but second nuclear opinion, real quick, I am starting to really believe that dragons were real. There's just too many depictions of dragons in like Chinese culture, like Celtic culture. I think there's like a Philippine like festival where they got like a big dragon that like goes down the street or whatever.
I think that there were certain times during the time of the dinosaurs that there was something similar to a dragon.
There has to be, yes, dinosaur. That's a key word here, because if we believe in dinosaurs and then we see all these depictions of dragons and stuff, they had to be real. I gotta,
about mermaids.
Mermaids.
The theory about mermaids is that it was like a water ape type species, because
the ocean is too big and too deep. You cannot tell me that sirens or mermaids aren't real. We haven't even explored more than 20% of the ocean, and 80% of our world is water.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Like part of the oceans that the majority of the unexplored ocean is like where is like the pressure is like too crazy,
It's
like all
so
the way down.
crazy, like humans can't deal with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that might be a possibility. I never thought about it that much, but I mean, it's not. I don't think that's crazy to say either, because there's historically been depictions of mermaids and stuff. So
yeah,
but yeah,
I have 3 nuclear opinions, and one of them is kind of long-winded, but the first one. FIFA fucked up. FIFA fucked up 2 days ago, because now don't get me wrong, I love this man as an artist, and I listen to his music constantly. But FIFA always is known for having the most killer songs for the World Cup theme songs.
Yes, they do.
That people will always put on their Spotify and they will jam. Shakira's Africa version of Waka Waka is still on one of my playlists. It is such a freaking banger. It is. Oh god, what's its song? Oh, there's that one song that Chalky's into that was in one. I think it was in 2022. It was called In the Air, and it was really good. It was so good. Jason Derulo had a great one. There was the one guy that was waving flag was a great one. Pitbull had a really great one during 2014. And now we get Lighter by Jelly Roll.
You love Jelly Roll.
I know you're a big Jelly Roll guy.
I am a big Jelly Roll fan. And do I think he sings the song well? Yes. Do I think it's a good song in general? Yes. Do I think it should be used for the 2026 World Cup that's being hosted in 3 different countries? Absolutely fucking not. the beat is too slow. If you chose him and put like maybe another like a Latino artist in it to like make it kind of cool, because he's collaborated with some very interesting people to make his music really like interesting sounding. Like people were joking, they were like, Bad Bunny was right there. Like that was the whole joke on social media. They're like, Bad Bunny was right
I know if
there.
the
Fresh
NFL
off the
could do
Super
it.
Bowl, and you didn't choose him. I'm like, what if you put him with Jelly Roll? You could have had a really cool twist. And I'm like, oh, that's my first one.
Womp womp.
That's yeah, womp womp. That's my first nuclear opinion of the day. I had two others. Shit. But trying to figure out what they were. Oh, here's one. I've told this to Allison, and I think she started to agree by the videos. Panda bears want to go extinct.
No, we love our pandas.
Oh no,
I think I know what
agree.
you've said.
I would agree.
I think I've seen they really put themselves in danger a lot.
They're
but
lazy
I love
as
them.
fuck. They're so
I love a
lazy.
panda.
And
They
bamboo isn't nutritional.
No. Do you know what you know what happens to them?
No, for real.
They get too lazy to stand up, so they'll just roll. And then they'll fall and injure themselves. Like they just don't care.
Yeah, I've seen
there's
stuff like that.
There's this guy I follow on social media, Forrest Galante, and he's a biologist, and he's always checking out new animals. He had an old show called Extinct or Alive where he would try to find species that hadn't been seen, and he found a few, and they were really cool. He said pandas are bad parents, and if you walk up to a mother panda and she's holding her cub, and you hold out an apple, she will hand you her baby and take the apple.
Let her go live. She's hungry. The baby's sucking all her milk out of her. Let her have the apple.
Okay, but like no other, like if you went up to like an actual bear, like a grizzly or a black bear, and you tried to go, hey, here's a snack, they'd be like, fuck off, I have a child here. Like, go away. A panda's just like, take my kid, I don't care.
They want the apple.
Take my kid. I'll take the apple. It's better anyway.
Bless you.
Hilarious.
Pandas want to go extinct. I'm a firm believer.
Don't you have one more?
I do, and I think that if someone else shares theirs, it will probably come to my head. I'm forgetting.
Okay. Mine. I was thinking. I'm sorry. I want to accept and like love everyone for like how they are, but Disney adults are some of the weirdest fucking people I have ever seen on the internet, and I don't care. I saw this one girl who someone was filming. She met Winnie the Pooh for the first time and started sobbing her head off. And I'm like,
if I had
4 years to meet you.
If I had that clip, I would have used it. I didn't see it. That's
I'll find
bad.
it. But I'm like, bro, that is a man in a smelly poo suit. Like, that isn't even Winnie the Pooh. Like, if they had a bear that looked like Winnie the Pooh or was in like a costume, I would be like, oh my God, so cute. But like, you're getting excited over a smelly park man in a nasty ratchet poo suit. And you're crying. Like, I just don't see the hype. I've been to Disney a few times, like growing up. I went once when I was little, and then once my senior year of high school because I played at the ESPN softball facility tournament. And that was like a cool experience in itself because it's Sports Center. But it's like everything else, it's smelly people. Matt, something you definitely hate. It's horrible.
Yes, everyone.
Horrible, overly expensive food. Super long lines. Like I'm sorry, but Jose's a Disney adult.
I know. I'm sad he left.
So like, he's not here to defend himself. But he goes on Disney cruises. He does those things, and he takes pictures with the characters.
Hanging out with Diggy.
Like, oh my God! I'm just like, bruh, I can't do this. Like,
I don't get that culture either.
One of my closest friends, I went to his wedding.
Disney adult.
No, I went to his wedding last March. His wife is.
Oh God.
He's like me. He's a Marvel. He's a Marvel adult. And now that Disney owns Marvel and they have all the Marvel rides and stuff, he likes seeing all the Marvel stuff. And he's a Star Wars nerd like me. So like, if you're a guy and you're not into like the Disney character stuff, but you just want to go have fun with Star Wars and Marvel, I'm cool with that. Go for it. But his wife is very, very Disney adult, and I will not bash her because I think she's very nice and they're so great together. but
He's lovely.
So I'll make fun of
but-
them. They're
he's
way
lovely.
bigger.
But this is
to them.
but
Did he
but-
propose to her in front of the Cinderella castle?
he did propose to her in front of Cinderella's castle.
Oh, that's a Disney dream. That is the peak of everything.
Actually, no, he did not propose to her in front of Cinderella's castle. I just realized that he proposed to her at some other like event with their friends, but some of their anniversary pictures of dating were in front of Cinderella's castle.
Man, that's somebody. Their grandfathers who fought in World War II, fighting Nazis and
I was
people in
thinking
the
of another
Pacific.
couple I knew.
And
but-
this is what their grandkids they can do
I
this
know.
for their grandkids.
I know. I was
Noah
thinking
in the
of another
notebook
couple I
wrote
knew.
Allie's
I died
letters
for
every
this.
single day for a year straight, and now we have people proposing in front of a Disney castle, like crying over it. I'm over it. It's fine.
Okay,
You and I are on the same page on that one, Alex.
Brett, if we ever get to that point and you ever even consider, just break up with me. I don't care.
Okay,
I don't want it.
I have two things to add. One is a nuclear opinion that's going to replace my other one because I can't remember it. But the first thing I have to say to that is when I went to the wedding, I was like, okay, I'm sure it's not going to be Disney themed, and the wedding overall was not. But
if I would have lost my
but
shit.
here's what happened.
In enters Mickey Mouse. Woo!
No, the entrance music for the pairings of the groomsmen and the bridesmaids.
Oh no,
was all a different Disney song.
No, you would fucking kill me.
You know what's funny about this too?
So this kid I knew from my fraternity, because they were all my fraternity brothers. This kid I knew from my fraternity, he comes out and they say, so and so and the bridesmaid, and they come out and it's Never Had a Friend Like Me from Aladdin. And he looks
it's a great song.
He looks like I'm not into this beat at all. And the girl's dance with her mom was Bop to the Top from High School Musical.
Oh, kill me.
I think they sound very
Bop
rich.
to the top.
They sound very rich.
That
They sound
sounds
rich.
Bob till you get to the top. That's crazy.
You know,
That's insane.
like I said,
Beautiful wedding altogether.
I do appreciate people's passions, and what do they say? You shouldn't really yuck someone's yams too much. But
That's the one I do though.
The
my last
Disney,
nuclear opinion,
it's literally designed for kids.
I
And
have
you
a
know it's
nuclear opinion that's involving Disney. So continue, and then I'll say it.
But you know it's funny, right? Like Walt Disney when he was making this whole thing. And he's like, man,
Walt
for
Disney
number one,
sent
people
funds to the Nazis.
ignore his legacy because he
Walt
was not a
Disney
good
was
dude.
Walt Disney was a racist, anti-Semitic piece of crap, dude.
I know.
I've heard
It's
the same.
documented. I believe it's documented. I don't know if I'm right when I heard, but I thought I read somewhere that he sent funds to the Nazi Party during World War II.
Jesus.
But those are Disney adults. As long as you can give me my magic, that you will ignore anything.
Also,
but his ass laughing to the bank. I know they just
Oh,
hired
yeah.
a new CEO of all of Disney. They don't care. They're like, look at this.
Dude,
Money,
Tom
money,
Hanks
money.
said when Tom Hanks was playing him in a movie, he said that when he did his research on Walt Disney's biggest fear was people would know that he smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, I saw that, and there's
He
no.
never liked people to see him smoking.
And there's pictures to this day that they photoshopped the cigarette out.
Yeah, they thought that he thought that it would make him look bad. I'm like, dude, there's so many worse things you're doing in your life that make you look bad besides smoking a goddamn cigarette. But here's my next nuclear opinion, and it's because I recently found out it's still on. They need to stop making Power Rangers.
Oh, I didn't know they were still making
I
them.
love the Power Rangers, but
They-
I mean, I don't watch anymore. I
they-
stopped when
they-
I was 8.
They need to
but-
stop. They need to stop.
Similar to
It's
Disney
okay if you
adults.
still watch it, Matt. I support you.
I mean, no, I don't mind watching an old show like Keenan and Kel. I'll always watch
Well, that's
that
different.
shit.
I stopped watching it when I was like 9 or 10, and I don't remember what season I stopped.
Power Rangers.
I don't remember what season I stopped, but I recently found out that Disney stopped producing it, and Nickelodeon bought it, and they're still making it. And I've seen clips. It's so kid friendly. Of the words they avoid.
It's like Kids Bop version.
Oh my god, it's so funny. Like they can't even say kill. They say I'm gonna destroy you. I'm like, and it's just so low budget. I'm like, we don't need to make this anymore. This had its run. It had its run.
Power Rangers.
It had its run. They made 3 movies. 2 of them were great. 1 of them flopped.
Are they still making like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 or something?
No, I mean they have movies, but they're not making shows.
Oh, I don't freaking know.
They made
That's
2
cool.
movies in the past 5 years.
Yeah, the when it comes to the kids' entertainment, I'll only watch like kid nostalgic for us. I won't watch Bluey or anything.
My
but-
nephew doesn't like Bluey. He's just not interested in it.
Well, yeah, it happens. So that the yeah, do stuff for act your age. But yeah, the only appropriate shows to watch, if you ask me, for people in our late 20s, early 30s, Keenan and Kel, Hey Arnold, all that, Rugrats, Ed and Eddie, Powderpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo,
Courage the
Cow and
Cowardly
Chicken,
Dog.
Courage is great, Samurai Jack for the OGs,
Samurai Jack,
Olivia.
Kids names, Codename Kids Next Door.
That was my favorite show of all time. Codename Kids Next Door. I love.
That was a good show.
Is there anyone I'm missing? Drake and Josh, iCarly. Yeah, those are the ones that are approved. Everything else, you're a loser.
Dude, Ben 10.
So I didn't watch Ben 10, but I respect people who really like it. And Fairly Odd
Y'all
Parents
ever
too.
watch
I just never
Hack
got into
Sign?
it. Not Hack Sign.
Dot Hack Sign on Toonami.
No,
It was a
I
good
missed
show.
that.
It was pretty cool.
But I like the sound of it.
It was pretty cool.
No, I didn't say anything.
All right.
I was like,
But we've been at it for a couple hours. It felt fast, and we've enjoyed every second. Does anyone else have a nuclear opinion they want to share, or am I missing anything?
Yeah, do you have any? My roommate's here. I'm gonna ask her. Do you have any nuclear opinions?
what does that mean?
It's Matt. How would you describe like a nuclear opinion? Like
It's the same
your
thing as a
hottest-
hot take. Was there
Hot
anything on your
takes.
mind
like
that the
anything on
world
your
should
mind
know?
recently that's happened, or she's laughing because she
Definitely got a
definitely
lot.
has one.
Unsolicited dick pics are a no.
We have no
We were just
issue.
talking about
we
that,
have
too.
no
Let's
issue
end on that.
one.
That's a good one.
Totally agree. Thank you, Liv. And thank you, Dolo, Allison, Brett, and Jose. An incredible show. We'll see you back here on this feed on Sunday, and we're back with another Tweet Cap on Tuesday. Have a wonderful, safe, and enjoyable early spring weekend. And all the love, everybody.
We outside.
This is the
We
We
outside.
Outside season. All the love, everybody. Great job. Thank you.
Bye.